rather good afternoon, man, wherever you at here on this planet Earth. This is the Detail Dig Podcast Network, and we're broadcasting live from the Barber Cave right here in San Antonio, somewhere in the southwest side, on the northwest side of town. I just want to say, I want to just give a quick shout out to everybody out there that's woke, that's conscious, that's like making it through this year, man. We still here, we still alive. Almost 300,000 gone, we still living. And so let's get into the 2021 the right way. To me, your mind state should already be in 2021. You know what I'm saying? Like 2020 is gone. You feel me? So it's the Barber Cave Podcast. I got a live guest in here tonight. It's my big homie. He's an activist. He's made music that got us through hard times. You know, he's a father. He's an entrepreneur. He's a leader. He's actually been gotten awards for things such as stopping the sex trade. Ring that was going down here in San Antonio single-handedly rescued a couple girls. So, like, I want to give a warm round of applause, you know, for my big homie, Streetz, a.k.a.
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Y'all know that's how I do on Fist Up Friday. I come in and say, what's up, everybody?
Yeah, man. So again, this is episode 11.
Yeah.
And so we just want to keep it going. It's the New Year's. You know what I'm saying? We got through Christmas. How was your Christmas, man? How was everything?
Man, Christmas was great, man. As long as the kids happy, daddy happy. You know what I'm saying? The kids was happy, so daddy was happy.
Well, why was it happy? Like, did you get them some gifts, or you just?
No, it's just a camaraderie. It's just having my kids together, dog, making sure they have everything they need as a father. You know, as a black father, they look down on us a lot. You know, it's a lot of negativity about black fathers. So when my kids are happy, see, every night is Valentine's. Every day is Christmas around my house. Okay. So every single day you get what you want. Every night you get the love, baby. My baby get love every night. So every night is Valentine. Every day is Christmas. So when it's really Christmas, man, it's for my kids. It ain't for me, because I do not fall into the society shit on what Christmas is, but I don't want my kids to be deprived of happiness, because their friends are gonna be saying,
"What do you mean by that? What do you mean by you don't fall to the society's way of doing Christmas?"
Because Christmas is just another ploy in the society of us spending our money and us motherfucking supporting retail and toys and all these big companies that get paid off of Christmas. They created Christmas for us to spend a lot of money so they can motherfucking make up for their shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they subliminally put it into our brains and our kids' brains, and they just go on and on and on. So my kids is like, "Daddy, I wasn't good this year." And I'm like, "Yeah, you was good. Well, why didn't I get no presents, nigga?" Like, so it forces us to be like, "You was good, and I'm not gonna let your friends have some shit that you don't got. Like, I'm gonna make sure you have a good Christmas too. I'm gonna buy you some shit too."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
so how do you explain that? How do you do both but stay, like, you know, because
you know what I do? I eliminate Santa Claus from the whole equation. But when they come to Daddy's house, I say, "This is what Daddy got you." When you bust open that Oculus and you bust open them motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Daddy got that. Santa didn't come to my house. Daddy made sure you got that. You see what I'm saying? So even I got a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And Joy, she just turned 8. I got my 15-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? My twins, and I got my other kids. Like, so I let them know. I got Coco, and so I let them know, this is what Daddy got you.
Right.
Now, Santa Claus gonna bring you the shit to your mama house. But at Daddy house, nigga, right here on 2211, he's Crockett. That's what Daddy got you, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want them to get a praise to some fat white man with a beard that did nothing for you.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? All he did was make Daddy spend the money. But Daddy spent that money. And this is Daddy's house. And this is what Daddy did. And he said, well, and my daughter, man, Joy is smart as hell. She was like, well, what did Santa give me?
All your kids again?
Mickey, she's 3. Joy and Coco is 8.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
I got my 15-year-olds, they twins.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I got my daughter Bird. So, Daddy, when you come to Daddy, all my kids came to my house on Christmas Eve. We woke up to Christmas.
Right.
So on Christmas Eve, we open up the Oculus because everybody gonna play with it. But Daddy bought that. I don't want Santa getting my praises. No. I'm a strong black man. And I'm struggling. I'm out here, everything's against me. So I'm not going to give my praises to somebody that don't give a damn about me. No, Daddy bought, these are Daddy presents. And when you go, wherever you go else after this, Santa might have came down that chimney. I don't got a chimney. He didn't come down over here. I went to Walmart. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I don't lie to my kids. I say, these are Daddy presents. And the rest of the presents, Santa Claus brought you. This because I know you was naughty or nice. This because I thought you was a good baby or not. You know.
So how was Christmas for you growing up? Like, is that something that your parents taught you? That
Hell no.
Right out the gate, ain't no Santa Claus. What was that like?
Bro, I grew up in the Elite Court Projects. You know my Santa Claus was the blue Santa from the police department. The only Santa we seen was the Santa that came from the police department. He had the blue suit on. And he came and filled up our Christmas trees in the Lincoln Court Projects.
And that's on the west side of San Antonio, right?
West side of San Antonio, dog, Lincoln Court Projects. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. See what I'm saying? We had the blue Santa. They didn't even let the red Santa come because they wanted the props. the police wanted the props. They was bridging a bond between the community and the police department back then because they were saying, Santa ain't coming here. It ain't no red Santa Claus suit. It's the police coming to bring you presents. Right. It's subliminal. You see what I'm saying?
So you think that was a positive thing?
I think it was positive, and I think it's a good thing.
Whatever happened to that effort, that sounds like at one point they were trying to bridge the gap right there between the community and the police department. Because I know now it's a huge divide.
Well, it's a huge divide because it's always been a huge divide. The reason that Blue Santa came to the Lincoln Court Project was because they knew it was a huge divide. And they knew that this was going to come one day. And so they was like, well, let's get in. Let's start Blue Santa.
So is the Lincoln Court Project's police department on that side of town, are they still with the same sentiment, or things have progressively got worse, or what? Like, what is it?
Well, it depends on what side of the situation you on, bro. If you out there hustling, trying to feed your family, trying to motherfucking do whatever you can do to survive because you don't have no avenues, and everybody don't have the same avenues. You see what I'm saying? I grew up in this environment. I grew up with this shit. So I got to deal with what I came here to. I didn't want to grow up in the Lincoln Court Projects, bro. When I woke up and I realized where I was at, I was in the motherfucking Lincoln Court Projects. And I was like, God damn, I'm better than this. How the fuck I end up here?
How did you know you were better than this? Like, what happened that made you say, even though these are the circumstances that I've been born into, I have an opportunity to do something different. Like, how did that, what speed that within you?
It was always in me, Detail. You know what I'm saying? I came with it. So it was something spiritual. So the person that's in my soul that said, I want to go back and change my life, he don't get a chance to say what body or what situation he come back to. But I just knew.
Slow down. So
okay.
You sound like you tapping into reincarnation.
No, it's all real. It's all
I'm
real.
just
Reincarnation is real. We are not who we think we are. We are somebody from our past life in this body. And once you connect with that, you can say, okay, well, what did you come back for? You said, I came back to be the greatest. And so I said, all right, well, if you came back to be the greatest, the person I am now, whatever I endure into, I will be the greatest. And every single thing I have done, bro, I have been the greatest. I don't care if it's rapping. I don't care if it's owning a restaurant. I don't care if it's owning a record label. I don't care if it's selling dope. whatever I done, bro, I was the greatest at it because I already knew it was something inside of me before I even knew who I was or where I was at. I didn't know I was growing up in a Lincoln Court. I didn't even know I was poor when I grew up in a Lincoln Court project because everybody was on welfare. Everybody was on housing, nigga. When I got outside of my 5-mile radius, I said, God damn, you take a bath every day, nigga?
Whoa.
Like my Mexican friends that lived in the Lincoln Court project because the majority of Mexicans around there, except in the Lincoln Courts or in the Heights. You know what I'm saying? But in the Lincoln Courts, when I started spreading out and I got past Woodlawn Lake by Horseman, you know, that's where our middle school was. So when we started getting in all these houses, dog, these $1 million houses over there, Bob. Have y'all ever drove around there?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? There are $1 million houses over there. So when we got on the other side of the bridge and went towards the lake, and we call it the lake, but when we went towards the lake and all the houses and all the shit around there, dog, they millionaires. And these kids also went to school with us in middle school, in Horseman. The middle school was right in the middle of their motherfucking neighborhood. So I was like, damn, why you get to live like this? And then I got on one flip-flop and one motherfucking K-Swiss. Like, you're coming to school, but I'm beating y'all niggas at everything. But we got nothing when you cross that motherfucking Calaver.
When you realized you were poor?
I realized I was poor when I went to Lakeside off of Rigsby and 410. I lived in Lakeside. My daddy came and got us when we went to CPS. So CPS came and got us because our environment of living was so horrible.
How old were you when CPS came?
I was 11 years old.
And so it's you and your brother, right?
Me and my brother Pharaoh.
Okay. So both of y'all were taken?
Yeah, we were taken to CPS. We spent 3 nights in CPS. My other brothers and sisters, which were 7 of us, we all went to CPS, but only 2 of us got out. My big brother Kunta, he ran away. He busted out the door, nigga, and took off running. And they couldn't catch him. And that nigga raised himself in the Lincoln Court Projects. He was the first black person put inside of the Kings gang. You know, back in the day, it was Kings and Ambrose. So he was the first black person inducted into the Kings gang on the west side of Lincoln Court Projects, dog. And he spoke Spanish and everything. My big brother right now, Kunta. And he started LCG, Lincoln Court Gang, which was the Lincoln Court Project gang, and they turned to Bloods. And he the leader of that motherfucker. Shit. Straight up. To this day. But he done changed his whole fucking life now. Now that he got out of prison, he see what I'm doing. I tried to get him a job with me and stand up. You know what I'm saying? Because I respect what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So, but he started all that. It wasn't no black people in the Kings. It wasn't no Latin King. They were the Latin Kings. And he was the first black person introduction into that because Kunta, we had Kunta, Kike, and Kevin Franklin. Killers. Dog, they've been in jail since they was a juvenile. Every single one of them people that I mentioned, dog, been in jail since they was a juvenile. And my brother Kunta, he did motherfucking 14 years of his life in prison, dog. He was in there with my Uncle Peanut. So
he did fed time?
He did state. The worst time. And he made it through all that shit. Stab wounds, fights, all that shit. And when he got out, he worked in motherfucking 7-Eleven right there by that club downtown on Main, where all the little young hip hops go. He worked at that 7-Eleven, dog. He be up there, man, you ain't stealing nothing out of here. You know what I'm saying? He's still hard, dog. Nigga robbed him. They came in to rob him, dog, with a gun. That nigga, I ain't giving you shit. Nigga, you better get the fuck out of here. They like, nigga, you still talking shit? Put a gun in my brother's face, dog. My brother was like, man, get your ass out of here, nigga. You ain't getting shit. Dog, the owner of the 7-Eleven, dog, gave him a raise and made him a manager, dog, because nobody's ever done that shit. Like, they let him have the money. He said, if you want this register, nigga, take it. But, nigga, I ain't giving you shit. Because of his mentality of who he is. And, nigga, they ran out that motherfucker with nothing and got out and all that bullshit. But the niggas still work at the same motherfucking 7-Eleven. Yeah, on Main, bro. That's my brother Kunta. But we had to live a different type of life than that other people. You know what I'm saying? And all my life, dog, my nigga Top called me the Black Forrest Gump.
Shout out to Top.
Shout out to Top.
We got some questions
Top
from
Shaw
social
P
media.
questions.
All right, cool. What's up?
All right.
So from Mr. Cliff Simmons, shout out to Cliff.
Cliff,
He said,
my boy, comedian of the year.
what was it like being locked up and hearing your boys on the radio?
Man, it was great. Because when you locked up and you been telling, because see, what we do, we ride. You know what I'm saying? They call riding when we all sit around the table and we just talk and we just tell stories.
All right,
you know
so
what I'm
like
saying?
for the viewers that don't understand the concept of riding,
Riding.
basically like for folks that are locked up, it's basically you imagine you sit at your table or you take a walk
Yeah.
and you imagine you riding down the block
Yeah.
doing what you do in the free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Basically manifesting what's gonna happen when you get up.
Exactly. And riding,
outside.
riding is telling stories about when you was on the streets. So we was sitting back riding, and I always was telling my boy, man, I got this record label called 15-5, and we doing big shit out there in the world, man. Y'all don't know me, you know what I'm saying? And they like, man, dog, you ain't shit. I said, oh, okay, this nigga just talking shit. But then when they heard the song on the radio, cause Three Rivers get 98.5 to beat. Oh, it wobbled when she walked. I said, that's my shit, nigga, that's me. Dog, they looked at me as a god in that motherfucker. They looked at, dog, once they heard that hoe, it was over with. So my whole ride through the federal penitentiary system, they remembered that shit. They like, man, this nigga CEO,
Right.
that's his people. That's his people in San Antonio, you know what I'm saying?
He also say, what was it like performing at the Beat Bash?
It was something that I never ever expected. It was something that I never even dreamed of because I never wanted to be a rapper. I just wanted to own my own record label. And once I owned my own record label, everything else after that was gravy. And so when I got anointed to be on the Beat Bash at the AT&T Center, man, I never even thought that I would be there. I come from the Lee Court Project. My mama smoked crack, dog. Nobody ever gave me shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my mama smoked crack, dog, all my life. Glad Reach motherfucking brown nigga, and ain't no disrespect, because they thought it was a cool drug back then in the 80s when it first started. You know what I'm saying? And so, all through her life, she smoked crack. But
how old were you when you realized she was doing that?
Dog, I was 5 years old. When I first hit my first joint, my mama gave it to me. She was like, hit that shit, nigga. Don't be no punk. My brother Kunta, he was like 7. That nigga hitting that motherfucker, blowing it through his nose. I'm like, man. And he gave it to me. I'm 5, nigga. My birthday.
When you hit your first joint.
I hit the joint, dog. It was too much for me, dog. I passed out. Bam. Hit my head on the motherfucking table. In the living room table, dog. I got up, dog. That was my 5th birthday. I'm telling you,
You got a
dog.
concussion for your birthday.
Man, and I don't fault my mama for that. You know what I'm saying? Until her last day that she was alive, my mama smoked crack from the moment I could realize it until the moment I didn't want to realize it until she died in 2017, which I was there. Me and my brother paid for all her funeral shit. We paid for everything, and we gave her everything she wanted when she passed away. But she was only 54 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like, she died way too young because she didn't want to let go of her addiction.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes those addictions are more like a disease.
Yeah, it is, dog. And now people are realizing it because more people of other colors are on ice, are on this motherfucking methamphetamines and all this shit, all these pills, opioids, on these pills. You know what I'm saying? Now they calling it a fucking disease and you know. But back then it was like, oh, this is a criminal act, and lock them up, send them to jail, blah blah blah. So I feel the same way they felt. Like my boy said, I feel the same way they felt when we was on crack.
Right.
I don't give a damn.
We got the homie Calvin McGee in here
Yeah,
checking in, saying what's up.
Like, I don't care about that.
So like, just before we go fast forward on that, like, what's the brothers and you have, like, the situation that involved, like, your mother dealing with?
Oh, I got one for you, detail. So me, I've always been a peaceful person. I've always known that there was something else inside of me. Even when ever since I was born, I did not want to fight. I didn't want to be a fighter, bro. I can fight. I beat niggas up.
No, I've seen it on tape.
Bro, I go hard. Listen, I did not want to fight, dog, but I was born in the Lincoln Court Projects. Then one day, all the kids were chasing me home from school to elementary. My brother Kunta was like, you better fight that nigga. My brother, my kinfolk Damien. I was like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight. Nigga, I went all the way home. Nigga, I'm in elementary. I go all the way home. I go in the house, nigga, in the Lincoln Court Project, 115 Minka John. I go in the back door, nigga. Go in my room, nigga. And Kunta come in behind me. All the kids follow us. Fight, 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 fight. Nigga, I go in the house, nigga. I don't want to fight. Nigga, I hear my mom. Kill him. Bring your motherfucking ass out
So
here.
your name been Killer?
My name been Killer since I was born. My grandma named me Killer because I had a big piece. And she said that boy gonna be a killer. My piece was so big, dog. My grandma was like, "Oh, that boy gonna be a killer." And so she named me Killer, dog.
Okay.
And that's been my nickname all my life, dog.
Wow.
I got two stories about the name Killer. It was one story.
Stay on track though.
Okay. So Killer, get out here and fight this nigga. And I said, I don't want to fight him. He ain't did nothing to me. Mom said, you better get your ass out there and fight. My cousin Damien, bro. All the kids from elementary, not middle school, nigga. These elementary kids out here in front of my yard. My mama, grown ass, talking about, go out here and fight. So,
How old are you?
Man, I probably was like 8, 9 years old.
Yeah, all right.
So, dog, I go up, my mama pushed me outside in the backyard, dog. Right? And I'm in the Lincoln Court Project 115, Minka John. And I'm standing there, all the kids out there, Damien out there warming up, swinging and shit. I'm like, dog, I don't want to fight.
Cool.
I don't want to fight. Dog, I stood out there for like 3 minutes. My mama opened the door again, see we wasn't fighting, and slapped the shit out of me, bro. Wow. Nigga, my head hit the concrete because you know the Lincoln Court Project is all brick.
Every time you deal with your mom, it seems like your head.
Look, she slapped me so hard, bro. I swung around. I hit my head on the edge of the motherfucking concrete and had a hematoma on my motherfucking head, a big ass knot.
Before you even started fighting.
Before the fight. Oh, but when I seen that hematoma, now I see red. I dive into this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I dive into Damien, dog. Beating his motherfucking ass. Now everybody trying to pull me off of him. My brother, the kid, everybody, get off of him. No, nigga. And now I start swinging on my brother. Now I'm swinging on the other girls and everybody that's around me. I'm swinging on everybody. My mama grabbed me. I'm swinging on her. Like, motherfucker, now it's on.
Right.
My mama like, that's how you fight, nigga. Every time somebody fuck with you, that's how you fight. Now go in there and put some ice on that shit. And she grabbed me up, dog, put me in the house. Dog, knocked out all the kids, dog. All the kids in the laying out crying. I done swung everywhere, bro. Bro, my mama picked me up, nigga, and say, that's how you fight, nigga. That's how you motherfucker act when somebody fuck with you. But in my heart, now I'm like, I got it, but I don't want to do that. I don't want that shit to come out of me, man. But I understood if I'm living in that environment, that's what I had to do. And I never lost a fight in my life, in my whole motherfucker. I lost T Crazy fight. I ain't gonna lie to that. T Crazy hit me up, he beat me up, but I was drunk and shit, but this was years later.
We'll talk about that later.
But I'm gonna be honest, y'all. You know I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah,
But that's the one I thought I lost. But
T-Crazy.
I never had another fight after that. Because the reason I say I lost it, because I let him hit me, dog, and I was looking at him while he was swinging. And I was like, dog, I'm done. threw the nigga off, dog. I let the nigga have the glory, dog. I'm done. I got other shit to do, nigga. I got bigger fish to fry. And God had already been telling me that, but I didn't want to listen. In that moment, I seen it. And then, at that moment, nigga, when I lost the fight with T30, I never said I won it. I lost it because he hit me in the face a couple times. and I didn't do nothing. But I was just looking at it, dog. But it was God. It was God, nigga. I'm telling you. It was God. Like, nigga, this ain't your life, nigga. You gonna have to kill these niggas. You either gonna kill these niggas or they got to kill you. What do you want? You can let it go right now.
All right, so let's back up this. Since we talking, since you did, that's a good segue because I had Triple B on here not too long ago, and you know he was kind of telling me his side
My
of the
niggas.
story. You know what I'm saying as far as how things kind of went down. It went all the way from when y'all was in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all came back. What you need, bro?
All right.
When y'all came back from Atlanta, the whole nine. So
Yeah.
talk about that. Like,
Well, man.
how did it start? Because the juice of it was, I just get to the thick of it. We already
Come on, be 100 because I ain't got a lot of time.
I know, man. We don't. So you got basically the group split.
Yeah.
And there was a reason why all this shit erupted.
Yeah.
And it all boils down to the common denominator according to the stats or the information.
Or whatever.
The history. Yeah, the history.
The history speaks for itself. So what happened was, bro, when I went to Atlanta, I was fresh out of prison. Okay. I had never ever been nowhere out of motherfucking Texas. So when I got out of prison, my brother said, "Man, let's go to Atlanta. We gonna go home and we gonna come up in Atlanta, da 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 da." So we moved to Atlanta. When we moved to Atlanta, I had just got out of prison 2 months prior to that. And so in Wobble When She Walk, all that shit was already done. The army, it was already established. Everything was already established then when I got out. But nobody knew who the fuck established that shit. Nobody knew that I was the nigga who started this shit. I put the money behind 55. I gave my brother that motherfucking shit. Then when I got out of prison, my brother came to me and gave me the DBA and said, "Look, nigga, I got our DBA for our shit." You know, like, nobody know that except me and my brother. And I was like, "Thank you." That nigga didn't want no record label. That nigga wanted to rap.
Pharaoh?
Yeah.
Pharaoh
He wanted
can
to
rap?
rap. Yeah, he can rap. Nigga, he a songwriter. He was
Yeah,
hard.
he wrote Blame It on
Blame It on Alcohol. Jamie Foxx.
Shout out to that feat, you know what I'm saying? How many niggas you know personally that got Grammy? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, fast forward.
Fast forward, bro. So, we in Atlanta. Dog, we meet Gucci Man. We meet Auntie. Auntie is Gucci Man's Amy. She met us in the showcase. These niggas killed the showcase. She said, "Whoever they manager is, come holler at me." I went and hollered at her. She was a judge in Atlanta. She gave me her card. She gave me her personal phone number. Told me, "Tomorrow, come on here. We gonna eat lunch." Went, ate lunch. Nigga in Gucci Man house. Gucci Man, Waka Flocka, Nicki Minaj, and Waka Flocka little brother, the one that killed himself, the suicide. They all came walking up the steps. Gucci Man with the heart fucking medallion on with the cross through it. I was like, "Nigga, that's Gucci Man." Nigga, I'm fresh out of prison. Nigga, this my favorite rapper. Nigga, that's real Gucci Man. And Gucci Man came down there and said, "Street, come fuck with me, man. I'm fuck with you, man. I love you boys, man. Y'all come fuck with me." He took us to Zaytoven. Zaytoven was living with his mama in the basement. Had Gucci Man's studio was in Zaytoven's mama's basement. Gucci Man, we went down there. He said, "Man, Auntie said, give these niggas a couple beats." They gave him a couple beats, nigga. And they made some songs. And then we got fucking drunk. I was the only nigga smoking weed. None of them niggas smoke weed. So Gucci Man said, "Can you roll?" I said, "Yeah, I can roll." I rolled up a blunt with this nigga Gucci Man. We smoking. That nigga said, "Can you freestyle?" I said, "Nigga, I can do anything. Anything, nigga. I never. Dog, I'm from Texas. We freestyle."
Right.
This Gucci Man got there and started, nigga, this some shit that if I ever find it, I'm gonna put it out.
Oh, no, this is excellent.
Bro, it was epic.
Have
Like,
you told this story on
Zay
online?
told me, I never told this story, bro.
Okay, we got an exclusive.
Ever.
This
Look,
guy
Zay
said-
told me
we-
recorded.
we-
Zay told me got it. Zay told me got it, nigga. We was in his mama's basement, and Gucci Man started freestyling, and he said, Street, come in here. And I went in there, boy, he said, man, freestyle, just go hard.
Yeah.
And nigga, I just went hard. Nigga, I just started saying shit. I'm from Texas and all this shit, nigga. I'm out of prison. You know, I'm a dope boy, nigga. I'm just all dope boy shit, nigga. Fucking hoe, you know. And man, when I came out that moment, he was like, man, you got it, man. He said, just do it. And I was like, what? He said, man, just do it. Bro. And so when I came out with my motherfucking song, my first single in San Antonio, dog, it was called Get Money.
Okay.
We in H-Town, or we from H-Town, or we from Same-Town, man, I'm from Same-Town. You ain't the only niggas out here getting money. You ain't the dog. I told that motherfucker in that verse, I said, Gucci, man, told the nigga Street, just do it. Man, dog, it was the hardest shit ever. And nigga, I blew up. That song, what made we be on that real shit. Y'all be on that whole shit. We be trying to, like, all that shit led to that. So when Gucci Man told me just do it, nigga, I came back to San Antonio, nigga, and I made me a single, dog. And it was the hottest shit because, nigga, I was a drug dealer. I was a nigga getting money. I was a nigga that owned this record label. You know what I'm saying? I was a nigga that went to prison, nigga, and did time for not snitching.
Yes.
And everybody knew me, nigga. Everybody loved me because I never fucked over nobody. So I took 15-5 to a whole nother motherfucking respect level in the community.
Trip tells me, he's like, you know, that was the name you came with 15-5.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You
My
created-
nigga Marvin Rich and Real.
Yeah. And somebody, Pharaoh, he drew the bird.
Yep. Pharaoh drew the bird.
You know what I'm saying?
When I was in prison, I got it on my stomach, nigga. I show you. It looked like a buzzard. The first original bird looked like this, nigga. I got it in prison. Now that motherfucker all fancy in 3D and shit. No, nigga.
Now it's on
pain.
Now it's brandished on jewelry.
Yeah. Now it's on jewelry, everything. I never got my bird chain. Because by the time we got the bird chain, which I paid for,
Okay.
I paid for all the bird chains, nigga. Came up with the game plan and paid for all of them. But when I found out my brother was fucking, it was over.
What happened, bro? Like,
So I was at my daddy's house. My daddy had a ranch.
Hold up. What goes through a brother, your boy's mind, like a man's mind, when like your brother betrays you, especially behind?
Man, let me tell you something. It was the hardest shit I ever had to fucking deal
I
with.
don't know what I do with my brother.
I did not know what to do, dog. I was fucking hurt. I was motherfucking in pain, bro. I could not believe this nigga betrayed me, nigga. I was there, nigga, when we was motherfucking eating out the trash, nigga. I was there with you, nigga. I was making sure you was good when you had Deuce clothing, nigga, and I was selling dope. And you come from college, nigga, with your clothing shit you made. And I said, give me all that shit, nigga. And I paid you cash with dope money. But everything you ever brought down that motherfucker, and I had all the dope fiends, all my niggas selling dope, everybody fuck with me, they wearing Deuce clothing, nigga. Dope fiends, everybody free. For free, nigga. You know what I'm saying? And we did that for 4 years. Other niggas in Howard Payne. Like, nigga, every time that nigga come down with boxes of clothing, I'm buying them out. Nigga, I'm buying them out. Whatever you need, whatever the nigga call me, whatever his wife toy call me. Anything they need, nigga, I got you. And so when the time comes, and it's money involved, I expect you to get me. Even if it's naysaying, even if it's like, Streetz got a big head, Streetz think he's better than everybody. When it comes to you, you supposed to be like, nigga, that's my brother. He started this shit. This nigga, whatever he say, go. And dog, I'm an asshole ass nigga. I'm an asshole because I got my own money. I got my own reputation, with or without you niggas. I respect you little niggas because I love y'all. But I'm my own person, bro. Y'all didn't make me. I already was made. Nigga, since I was a kid, I already knew what I was gonna do. So, by you being embraced into my presence, nigga, I don't have to bow down to nobody. But I'm gonna respect everybody. God love you, little nigga, whatever you want. What you want? Like, but don't make me bow down. And I'm not gonna lie for my brother neither. Nigga, if you fucking all of us, it's my job
So what
to stand up and say something, bro.
What happened? What transpired? What's the
So,
thing
my
transpired?
daddy out there in
that you
Stockdale,
know
Texas,
that
we had a cattle ranch, 200 acres, in Stockdale, Texas. And shout out to Stockdale Brains. My daddy did some letters from the Grammys and all that shit. My daddy did all our fucking shit. My brother sitting there. So my brother my daddy did some letters. He gave it to me. My daddy said give me the letter.
letters.
It say 15.5.
Okay.
It say motherfucking this and that, and this is about Grammys and music. So nigga, I got the right to bust it open. I bust the shit open, nigga. My brother done got all this fucking bread and they told us shit about it.
What did the letter say?
Dog, it
In
was
so many words.
in so many words. It was like, this is your account. This is how much money we done put in your account. And this is what the balance is. This is what this is. This is what this is.
So you just see the numbers straight out.
Nigga, I've never seen this in my life. So when I get that paper and I read that shit, nigga, we call some nigga says set a nigga out. Set a nigga out. Like set him out. Don't motherfucking negotiate with him. Don't talk to him. Don't negotiate with my friends or my people. Don't negotiate with nobody else. Say exactly what it is, straight up, nigga. Set that nigga out in front of everybody and make everybody hear the same thing at the same time. This is what I done found out. I'm gonna set you out, nigga. And I set that nigga out. Bro.
So basically like an intervention.
An intervention in between 15 $5 because that's how we was.
Yeah, that was one.
See what I'm saying? So we already had all these rules in line, nigga,
Right.
to be successful. So set that nigga out is a rule that I made up, but it was a good rule.
Alright. Because it
Set
keeps
that-
you the whole
They
shit
keep you 100. It hold everybody accountable. If
Even
I did
leader.
something wrong and I did
Set
a
me
lot of
out.
shit wrong, nigga, oh, I'm not gonna never lie. Nigga, I hated I made up to set that shit out rule because it was always against me, nigga. Oh, set that nigga out, dog. This nigga, oh, you did this, you did that. Yes, I did it, dog. And as a man, I gotta respect that shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be honest with my little niggas.
No, but let's stay on time. Let's stay on time.
Let's stay on task. So I set the nigga out. I said, dog, where the money, this money going? Where this money? And then the
How
nigga
much
tell
money
me,
was it that you at the time you figured?
at the time, dog, it was probably like 279,000, something like that, almost 300,000.
That he had already received.
Yeah. Because he had did a deal or a side deal or some other shit kind of deal. But then he still had Brandon Malone song money, which that shit didn't work out neither if you had Brandon Malone song.
You think you can get him on?
So, I'm not gonna get into some shit I don't know. But I'm saying the shit that my facts was, I seen how much money we got and we never received it. Like, nigga, we all in this shit, we did this shit together. If I get $100,000, me, this is how I think shit was gonna go. If I personally made $100,000 off of We Be On That Real Shit, I would have done this. We got $100,000. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. 1, 1, 1, 1. Nigga, do what you want with your shit. This my shit. This y'all shit. We all earned this shit. Now, this is what I need us to do though. I need every single one of y'all to put 5 more thousand back so we can motherfucking keep going. I'm gonna give you your bread.
Yeah, give it to you.
That's as real as I can be, bro. I'm gonna
niggas
break it
that
in
put
between us
opposite.
because we all work for it, nigga. It just wasn't me.
Yeah.
Just because I had to sign it on the dotted line. Yes, I had to sign on the dotted line, nigga, for us to get the bread. Now, I didn't sign it on the dotted line, but I know all of us deserve equal share.
Yeah, but that's just.
But that ain't how it went.
The contract doesn't say that though. The contract says
Oh.
you get the bread. You
Yeah.
was just a real nigga that would divide.
And every single one of my niggas in 15-5 know I felt like that every single time anything we ever fucking done. And it's not a lie. But when it came to my brother, it wasn't like that. And that's how that shit whole broke up. And then jealousy, envy, all that shit coming into play. You know what I'm saying? So the Army is a different group from Streetz. So the Army, Mike Green, Brandon Malone, these are all different entities. You know what I'm saying? So when I started blowing up, other niggas feel some type of way because a lot of the energy, and I run the company, so a lot of the energy come to me. Right. Like, let's push this. Right. A lot of people say, no, let's push this. Oh, we hot. We the ones that got us over. It's a lot of jealousy and envy. I'm telling you what's in the music, bro. Right. This is how it goes. And these people you love. And anybody that see this interview, they gonna know I'm telling the truth, but I'm not lying about one thing. Bro, even the niggas I'm talking about. Right. Because I don't gotta lie about them niggas. Right. Jealousy and envy plays a part into your thinking and the way you react. That's why Mo 3, all these niggas, I used to fuck with you, now we shooting at each other. Now we fighting each other in the middle of a motherfucking parking lot over respect. That don't mean shit in reality. Nigga, if you kill me, you take me away from my kids, my family, my motherfucking loved ones that you don't got nothing to do with, nigga. So, the fight me and T Crazy had in the parking lot, that's when I realized that. I was like, I'm about to take this life. Yeah. I gotta take it. Listen, I gotta take it, and now I gotta look at my niggas in street music, which is real killers, ready to get them. Please let us get them. I had to look at them and say, no, man, let them niggas make it, man. Man, let's go, man. My nigga Payne, Randy Payne, Payne Casanova, nigga, I ain't gonna never ever tell a lie, dog. Whenever you see that boy in the street, I'm gonna always be honest and tell the truth. Payne Casanova looked me in my eye and said, nigga, you don't want us to get him? I said, no, nigga, get in the car, nigga. He said, nigga, the nigga was punching you, nigga. You gonna take that? I said, get in the car, nigga. And we drove off, bro.
That's your brother.
And me and Payne talking about that shit. His brother Pops had a birthday. Shout out to Pop. He had a birthday, about 2 weeks ago. And Payne invited me out to the birthday party. And me and Payne talking about that situation. But he had a little brother. He was mentoring, a little Mexican guy. And he was like, man, every time I talk to him, I'll be thinking about the shit he was telling me. You know what I'm saying? He remembered that night. And I told that nigga, no, dog. Yeah, it's bigger than that.
Everything could have changed, bro.
It's bigger than that. Listen, one of them niggas' homeboys, I don't know who it was, that night that I had the revelation, hit one of my Mexican plug homeboys, who was Marvin's homeboy, who just came out.
Told me this story like that after it happened.
They stole this nigga, knocked him down, bro. Busted notes.
And he wasn't even
He had nothing to do with it. He was just there because Marvin invited him.
Random shit.
Man.
And these niggas
he
are
had,
real.
what I tell you, now tell me what I told you that he did. The one that got hit, what did he do at the store? Well, who was waiting for him at the store when we drove off? Yes. His people was waiting for him with AR-15, John 9. At the Conoco right there on the corner, a Broadway bar. And I begged Marvin, dog, I said, please, do not kill these niggas, dog. I'll take this on me. I said, dog, this on me, dog. I said, do not tell them niggas, don't go up there, dog. That's my fault. And Marvin told his homeboy, dog, his Mexican partner was already waiting. Dog, Broadway bar and that motherfucking 410 is only a quarter mile away.
It's true.
When we drove from that motherfucking Broadway bar to that motherfucking 410, bro, they was already there, strapped up, ready to go shoot them niggas up, bro. Oh, them niggas probably was in the Broadway bar cheering it up.
Yeah.
Oh, they was probably, yeah. Right? But nigga, they all could have been smoked. They all could have been God. No, dog, something God told me this was the defining moment that I've been setting you up for, son. Do you love them niggas or do you not love them niggas? Have you been faking love with them niggas for all these years? Or do you really love them niggas? What are you willing to sacrifice for them
You
niggas?
cut from a different cloth, man.
Bro, I was willing to sacrifice all my motherfucking respect and everything I gained to that point to Pain and my other niggas in my record label.
Yeah, but I
willing to kill these niggas.
But I think you gain more respect in the long run.
And I gained more respect from both sides. In the long run, bro. And this is being honest.
They all remember that.
When you ask me about the 15-5 shit, I always gotta be honest with you. I'm never gonna lie about that, dog, because it was such a turning point in so many people's lives.
So what way do you think this changed your life? Like, was that when you just let music go, or was that when you turned up your music, or was that when you was like, I gotta do something else? Like,
Nah, dog. So that situation right there, dog, that was like, get to what I sent you here for. I sent you to change the world. God said, nigga, I didn't make you to be a rapper. You could kill for this shit like all the other rappers do, because they kill for respect or disrespect. That's it. If a nigga get disrespected, dog, in the rap game, he got to kill somebody. Now, why the fuck do I want to be a part of something like that?
I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true.
No, you don't think that, because you're not a rapper. That's why you don't think that, nigga. But I was a rapper, and I felt disrespected, nigga. And I felt the only way I could get back my respect and stand up for my respect was to smoke these niggas in front of everybody.
Why is that only in our
And that's how every single rapper thinks, dog. If
why do you
another
think
rapper
that-
disrespects him, bro.
But you don't hear country niggas like, yo, I'm gonna kill you.
No. It's a different vibe. You know, country is my number one favorite music. You can't tell me nothing about no country, bro. I don't listen to rap. I hate that shit. Because I know what it's doing to my community, bro. And I know how psychologically they are putting that shit in our brain.
Not all of it. I listen to a lot of conscious music.
I listen to conscious shit, but that's us because we older and we wiser. But when you young, you listening to them motherfuckers. Nigga came up with the hand strap. I bust that nigga with the hand strap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, nigga, that's what they listening to and that shit jamming.
Yeah.
Nigga, man, you came up, nigga, I bust your ass with the hand strap. But that's what they listening to, bro. And it's jamming. And I rock to it, because if I listen to it, it's jamming.
What's the difference between that and what we listen to NWA coming
It's
out?
no different. We was still killing niggas back then. It's just more, it's more better, and niggas is killing niggas more better.
No, they kill them more
It's
faster.
the same thing.
Because now,
That's what I'm saying by better.
well, yeah, because now we have the internet, which speeds everything up. Like these, they used to take months to like kind of transpire because of how life was back then, when it was like phones with cords and shit. And now, like, it's instant. Like niggas say something, nigga hear that, nigga put something right after that.
You know
like,
why, dog?
instantly. Like
Let me tell you,
that's
it's
just like,
all in your feelings now. Now,
Yeah.
it's all about feelings. So you can hurt my feelings on Facebook if you disrespect me with some shit you text. Now my feelings hurt, bitch, and everybody see it.
right,
I'm gonna kill you.
right,
I'm gonna pull up.
right.
I've been through that, dog. Dog, I just lost my woman and all that shit, her friends and making shit. Dog, I'm gonna pull up on the women.
He had a girl.
Yeah, no, different shit.
Oh, okay, all right. I'm sorry.
Different shit. No. My family, my kids, all that shit. Nigga, her friends making fun of me on Facebook. I ain't lying. I want to pull up.
Yeah.
I want to pull up. I want to pull up on my friends, nigga, for making fun. But, dog,
What they say.
God tell me this. Son, I ain't bring you this far, nigga, to let you fall off right here. He said, motherfuckers have called you worse. And they more important people. He said, so,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm being honest with everybody, dog. Motherfuckers have called you worse, nigga, and they more important people. So why the hell you giving down with this? But, bro, for a second, for 30 minutes of my lifetime, I'll put the hit out on motherfuckers. On some real shit. I was that angry.
Hold that thought.
I was that angry that you would disrespect me on the social media. But that's how little cats feel. they feel so disrespected when you set them out on the social media platform that they willing to come pull up and shoot your motherfucking mama house up, bro. Just because you disrespected them, just because how they feel. My feelings was hurt.
We gotta get out of our feelings.
My feelings was
Our
hurt.
feelings are killing us.
Not my pockets. Not my pockets. Not my rent. Not my nothing. Just you hurt my feelings, and everybody seems to hurt my feelings, and I'm willing to die for that. And that's how young niggas feel, and that's how young people feel. Not only young niggas, but young women. That's why you see them doing the shit they doing on the internet, because their feelings are hurt. And
well, it's the internet.
if we can get them past that, if you be like, dog, everybody's feelings get hurt.
That's because they all on there. You know, internet and social media is like, I like to call it the popularity lottery. Like, you fishing for likes. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody, but a large majority of people are like fishing for likes. You know what I'm saying? If you don't get likes on enough of likes, you think that equates how people think about you.
Yeah.
And in some sort it does. And it should make you think like it really doesn't matter. Like, when you post something, it should be because you like it and you love it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like, if other people can't appreciate it, so fucking
But detail, let me tell you something, dog.
like,
Now, I ain't been on social media. The only reason I'm on social media because I'm on Bob.
No, I just got back on myself.
You know what I'm saying? So listen, dog. Every time I go to Instagram, I guarantee you 100% of the time, if I see a new young lady, she gonna be talking her ass in my motherfucking video.
But that's your
when I click on, it's
that's
gonna be
because that's
somebody
your
twerking.
algorithm. You like that? You like must like twerking.
No.
They only gonna see you.
No,
Right?
I promise you. I promise you. No. I can go to
Now you said
Facebook.
twerking. Now shit finna pop up on my shit. I'm gonna have twerking all on my shit now.
No, did I create that reality?
Yeah.
Did I create that reality, or is that the reality that we came into? Is that the reality that we living in now? Like every time I go to some, I don't care. I just be scamming through. I see some girl popping her ass in my views. I'm like, I don't know what this shit is.
Right.
I'm just like, damn, bitch, this the only dance out? Ain't no other dance? No, it's just ass in the air. Nigga, look at this. Don't pop on pussy in your face.
And she's selling like a hair product.
And she's selling a hair product.
Wait, is it about the hair
Oh
product?
my, listen, bro. What does this do? What kind of hair are you selling? You see what I'm saying? Like, but I'm just saying, dog, this is the reality of our environment today. It don't mean that this is gonna be our environment in the future. It didn't mean that was our environment in the past. I'm saying this is what's happening today. Every time I go on Facebook or social media and I meet or I see somebody else popping up on the screen and I click to their motherfucker's profile, it's a twerk video in there. Somebody shake, but they having fun with all their homegirls and all their homegirls shaking their ass. So it's like, this is the thing to do now.
Hold up, though. I mean, twerking is not so bad. I mean, you know,
It's not bad. But what I'm saying, what are we teaching our kids? Like, yeah, you a boss bitch, but can you be classy and sexy? Or you just gotta shake your motherfucking ass to the motherfucking camera every time the camera on?
Maybe that's they call it.
I don't know. You know, I'm just saying, dog, since we've been honest and open, I'm just saying, like, this is what I see. Like, this is how social media influences our kids and our culture, bro. That's what I'm saying about that. Like, every single body gonna do the same thing. Everybody gonna get lashes. Everybody gonna get video classes. Every nigga wanna sell dope. Every nigga got
Let me say
stacks.
something. I heard you said earlier that these are the realities that they're creating for us.
Yeah.
But you and I both know we create our own reality.
Yes, sir.
Knowing or unknowing.
Yes, sir.
And so I think it's critical and pivotal. Am I saying that?
Yeah, pivotal.
There you go. To make sure that we understand shit. You know what I mean? Because like you are a product of your environment, and that's not just a physical thing. Actually, the physicality of it is the last thing. It's a spiritual thing. Like what you think about is what you manifest. You only get what you are. You can't get what you ain't.
Hey, and that's the
hold
whole
up, Streetz.
thing.
Hold up, Streetz. You talk a lot, man. You long-winded. Let me get mine and I'll get right back to you.
Go ahead.
And so, with that being said, we have to be conscious and mindful of the thoughts that we entertain. If if you entertain poverty, if you entertain lack, if you entertain not having, or any of those low frequency type vibrations,
Yeah.
understand you're only going to attract those type of things into your life. You know what I mean? And so make sure going into 2021, you are seeing yourself being prosperous. You're seeing yourself like having the best of things. You know what I mean? You got to see it like it's here already. You know what I mean? Like that's how we bring it into you fast. When you actually start thinking about it and getting excited and happy about as if you've already gotten the things that you are wanting to manifest, that's when that shit comes to you quicker. Just be mindful that at the end of what you're thinking, positive thinking towards the things that you want, you don't end that thought with the very next thought, which tends to always be not getting that thing. And then your vibration that you send out to the universe ends on that note. You got to be mindful that you don't send that note out there. And if you make the mistake of doing it, which we all naturally do, it's okay to course correct in that moment. Like, I know I'm fearful, but even in fearing things, I know that this is for me. You know what I mean? And it's like, meditate on that shit and know it and just like let it go. Do not sit there and think about how that thing that you want won't come to pass, because the universe is only going to manifest the things that you actually put more energy into. So make sure you're putting more energy into the things that you want and not the things that you are lacking, because if you look around, you are only getting what you really putting your shit into. And so I'm gonna pass that stage back to you.
All right. Well, I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna ask you a couple questions before we close up.
Okay.
We just now we're in this thing right now. Our country is in a place right now that's fucking crazy, because we already know that 70-something million people voted for this guy, right? So that lets you know that there's a direct divide in this country. You know what I'm saying? And over this past, past year, you've been on your activist stuff. You've been out here in these streets.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
You've been putting your foot to the pavement, literally.
Yeah.
And at the same time trying to build a business at the same time with all this ups and downs. We saw 8 minutes and 46 seconds of straight just tragedy live, with the perpetrator having his hands in his pockets on his hips, comfortable. George Floyd. Like, when I say those when I say like that bit of wordplay, how's that transpired in your life, if you could like speak on it just based off what I just said?
Man, it's a deep statement, deep question, but it transpires into my childhood, my everyday life, of everything I see when it comes to police and our community. We've been seeing this. We've been seeing these things going on. You know, George Floyd was just nationally televised. But
Pull up for this.
we've been saying this all through my life, dog. You know what I'm saying? So it just like really hit me home. And so when they said they were gonna have a George Floyd protest downtown, me and my team Power, my nonprofit, shout out to Drake, Brother Keith, X, Ron
Shout out
Brown.
to Big
you know what I'm
Dre.
saying? Yeah, Big
Shout out
Dre.
to Big Dre.
So we went down there, we went protesting. We took the protest from the park to the Alamo. They were all protesting amongst each other. I'm like, why are we all talking to each other? And the police is in front of the Alamo. Let's go to the Alamo. So we took the protest from there, from the park, Travis Park, to the Alamo, Powell, nonprofit, and we had peaceful protests, but we protested against what we thought was injustice. We were yelling and screaming at the police. We were doing all of these things for George Floyd and for our ancestors, people that have been affected by police
Right
brutality.
here in San Antonio.
You know, right here.
Take your time, brother.
Dog, it's deep. So we were down there. We protested against the police. Now, I just got to give you my first-hand experience on this detail. So while we protested for 3 hours, man, the brothers of something organization, dog. So they supposed to be the white supremacists that were down there, and they were behind the police. So we screaming and yelling at them. So we walk around the police. The police protecting the police. They not protecting these supposedly white supremacists.
Okay.
We get back there with the white supremacists in front of the Alamo, bro. I'm leading the charge. I got my own bullhorn. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No racist police. Right? Then I'm leading the charge. Now, I say, oh, we can get back here with them, with the AR-15s.
Right.
I go in their face, dog. We yelling, racist motherfucker. Y'all racist. You a racist. You racist motherfucker. White KKK. And the motherfucker leader of them, dog, he seen me with the bullhorn. He said, come here, brother. And he grabbed me by my shirt, dog. With an AR-15 strapped around his back. He said, I ain't no racist. He said, dog, I'm up here because, and he telling me right in my face, bro. He said, I'm up here because I heard that y'all gonna come spray up the Alamo and we gonna defend the Alamo because of what we believe. He said, you see that black dude and that Mexican dude? He said, we not racist. We don't give a fuck. We not, everybody said we was racist, but we not racist. Dog, changed my whole energy, bro. I said, what? He said, dog, I'm not racist, bro. He said, but I'm not gonna let nobody spray paint this motherfucker Alamo while I'm here. He said, he told me this, dog, honest to God. He said, if I was not defending this Alamo, I'll be out there with y'all protesting what they did.
I call bullshit.
I'm telling you, first-hand experience, bro. First-hand, nigga, this nigga told me that in my face, detail.
Yeah, it sound good.
No, I'm telling you exactly what this white, dog, I was there.
You're not lying. I'm just saying, his intentions to me, I'm not convinced.
He had 2 black dudes up there winning.
Nigga, they always keep 2, nigga. They always keep a couple, man.
Okay, you might be right. You might be right.
They're gonna keep a
But
couple
it
cool,
changed
bro.
the way I felt, nigga, about them. And I said, you know what? Everybody back up. Back up. Like, they not up here for that.
Like, why it took him to, any one of them
Because
stepped down and
listen,
said,
if we wouldn't have came face to face, who he gonna talk to? Who he gonna tell that
but
to?
anybody, if any of those guys.
Any of them could have done it, but God sent me.
No, not
And you know what happened?
Him.
We backed them off.
Right.
Let them have their peace, dog. If you not up here for no racist shit, and you support what we here for, why am I yelling and screaming at you, bro? Why do I got beef with you? I don't got no beef with you because you white and you got a gun. That don't mean nothing to me. I got a gun. You know what I'm saying? And it's an illegal gun, nigga. You got a good gun. I still got a gun. But it's a bad one. But I can shoot you like you can shoot me.
Right.
I'm not up here yelling in your face because I don't feel protected.
Right.
No, because I know if it go down, it's going down. But if you come to me as a man and say, dog, I'm not a fucking racist, how can I not believe you?
Shit.
No.
I don't
Then
know,
tell me.
man.
Now tell me, detail.
I will.
Tell me.
76 million motherfuckers voted for this motherfucker, bro.
Probably not him.
Bro,
Not the man I looked in the eye.
Hey,
That's
hey.
all I'm saying.
I'm not saying he wasn't real.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, based on that many motherfuckers voting for this guy, this racist person, bro,
Yes, sir.
it's hard for me to give motherfuckers the benefit of the doubt these days. Like, you got to over-convince me that you're not about that life. I'm just sorry, and that's just based off the data.
Bro.
I didn't feel that way prior to the data.
Okay.
Prior to the data, I used to be like, be the first one to say hi when I walk past motherfuckers.
Yes, sir.
Just for them to just be like, fuck you. I'm like,
That's
damn.
right.
Now I wait for it. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to say hi back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But if you know what I mean? So now I'm just like, no, bro, I'm not wasting energy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to keep my shit tucked. Like, I appreciate motherfuckers. Like, now we know, no.
Yeah.
We already knew, but now we know, no. So, like, there's a line in the sand to me. You know what I'm saying? Straight up.
So with that being said, Detail, I've always known that it was a divide, right? America was built on divide, bro. That's the way that it was built. This is our foundation. This is your concrete. It's built on divide. Divide and conquer. We are better than
blood,
you.
sweat, and tears.
It's not how we feel. It's not how we feel. It's not what other people feel. It's not all the people that feel that way. But it was built on that foundation, right?
Yeah, right.
So it's 70 now. See, dog, there's a lot of good things about this fucking Trump. Because now you see where we at in the country.
I didn't say
That's
that.
all I'm saying. Now, I don't have to motherfucking get out here and yell out my motherfucking heart and scream to my motherfucking bottom of my motherfucking lungs to tell a motherfucker, bro, this shit is racist. This shit is motherfucking biased. Bro, a hard working man like me or you, if we were white, nigga, we'd be rich. And that's just honest in America. If they had as much drive as me and you, I'll be Trump, you'll be Trump. Because you never gonna give up, you're not a dummy, you're not no stupid person, bro. You're a people person, you get out here in the community, you help people, you think of shit that nobody else thinks of, right? And you accomplish that shit, you see it through. If you was white, you'd be rich. With all your intangibles. With all my intangibles, bro, of getting knocked down by life and still getting up. If we were white, we will be rich because we can go into places and talk to people that already have money. And they will be like, man, you know what? I like you. I like you, man. You've been through a lot of goddamn shit. You want to make $1 million next year? I'll be like, yeah. You see what I'm saying?
That's real, man.
Because he gonna be like, my cousin brother Earl, he owned Tyson down there in Stockdale, Texas. If you go down there and run them operations for this year, I guarantee you $1 million salary. Cousin brother Earl like, thank you. We needed him. $1 million. We making 10.
Right.
See what I'm saying? But they already established because the way they established it and the way that they put down their foundation is for their people. And that's why we was always niggas up into the motherfucking early 70s. Motherfucking white folks calling you nigga in your face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
They still some sprinkling
it's
out
not
there
that
right now.
far. It's not that far.
Yeah, it's not.
We
it's
were
not,
privileged to be
not-
born in the 70s.
But people,
Well, we
hold up. You
people
said
will
something
wake
real
up.
just now, though. You said something so real that we have to just stop for a minute and take a moment to think about. You said that shit wasn't that far away.
It's not.
Like we so quick to forget because we live in a world of like instant shit. So
you
like,
didn't have to go
what
through it.
was real shit last week is just like shit, nigga. This week is this. But back when, the way we received our media and shit like that over time, like things meant things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now it's just like Kool-Aid, like everything's just.
They sugarcoated.
Well,
They
it's not so much
sugarcoated.
sugar, but it's
No.
saturated.
Listen, bro. Because people are comfortable. And when people get comfortable, they don't want you rocking their boat. They don't want you stirring up shit, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be coming with this black and white thing. It's not about a black and white. I'm like, well, wait a minute.
Have you seen Annabella?
Oh, I think I have. I don't know. I think I have.
Just like modern day slave shit. You seen it?
Oh, yeah. She was. It
Woo!
was like modern day, and they took her back in the slave days, in modern days. I seen it.
That
I seen
shit was.
It was deep.
That
But
shit's hella deep.
that's what I be trying to talk. Dude, now, I'm going to be honest with you on Detail Podcast.
No, this is the barber cave right here.
Well, this is the barber case, so now I'm going to be totally honest. Do you remember when you kicked me out your house? Because I told you, nigga, you still a slave. Do you remember I told you that?
Yeah.
Oh, You say, don't call me no slave in my house, nigga. I said, dog, you still a slave. I'm a slave. You a slave. Y'all was here.
Yeah.
That nigga was like, get out of my house, get out of my house. I ain't no slave in my house. I'm like, no, bro. It's not the way we think. It's the way they think, bro. And I'm just telling you, every single dog, listen, bro, listen.
Based on the way they think.
Now listen, tell me this, you kick me out. But let me tell you this.
Again, nigga.
Exactly. He might kick me out tonight, nigga. He might get deeper. But tell me this. See, the reason I say that we slaves, bro, is because we pay taxes. Right? We the slaves to the government. Now, okay, government, you want some taxes? I don't oppose to paying taxes. Nigga, I get a check, I make $1,000 a month, you take 300 of it, I get 7. Cool. But now every time I go buy a piece of bubble gum, I go buy me some liquor, some bread, some milk. Nigga, you taxing me every single time. Nigga, if I get gas, I get this little bitty bottle of water. Tax, nigga. Every single thing we do to put this on the broadcast, nigga, you getting taxed.
But everybody's getting that.
No, is that right?
I mean, so
No, it's not right.
Is that right?
No, I didn't say it was.
You
said
already
it's
taxed
fucked
me once when I got my check.
Bro.
Now the rest of this shit, you shouldn't get no more money from me, bro. You
Capitalism,
already
bro.
taxed me. No, but we're not free. Our social security numbers, nigga, is just motherfucking money numbers for them to say, okay, this motherfucker
Nigga,
gonna
I ain't
live
no
at least
slave. If anything, nigga, I'm
50
a
years.
one.
So I was gonna ask you, you know the white privilege thing? When people argue with you about white privilege,
White privilege?
I talked to someone recently and they were talking about white privilege, right? Well, I don't have white privilege. I was like, you equate white privilege with being rich. That's the problem.
Exactly.
You're not white. Your white privilege is because you have
Start all
money.
over
White
again.
privilege is
Start from scratch.
Okay.
I'm gonna say the white privilege thing. There are white people who equate white privilege with being rich, and that's not it. It
No,
shouldn't.
it's simply the color of your skin.
It is.
Literally.
It is.
Bro, I said that?
It
I didn't
is.
say that.
Y'all
I
mad at
never
me?
I never disagree with that.
It's
I'm
just
just-
the color of your skin.
I'm just asking.
But white
We don't
white
know.
is a concept.
Okay, so pale is a concept.
Black is a concept.
Race is a concept.
But it was all created to divide us. That's why there's states. That's why there's country lines.
But no, go ahead.
That's my front door.
No,
Go ahead.
but yeah, no, the white privilege thing, like people equate white privilege with having money, and white privilege
That's
is not.
not what it is.
It's
But
not.
that's
And
what
white-
you can
White
walk down,
privilege
white
is
people
being
say
white.
you can walk down the street and do something or look.
The police
suspicious.
look at you different.
Right.
People in the bank look at you different.
Yes.
People in Walmart, HEB
When you go
look
to
at
the
you
bank and get
different.
that loan and you got
Because-
perfect credit, on paper they'll approve you. You walk in and show
Chick-fil-A
your
look
skin.
at you different.
Yes.
Even though I'm a good black man,
I'm not
I don't
gonna
want to hurt
front.
nobody. I'm not coming to rob you.
I'm
But
not.
they look at me as if I'm coming to rob them, or I'm coming to discredit them, or I'm coming to cheat them.
That's
You know what I'm
because
saying?
let me speak on it real quick. That's because we've been culturally conditioned to think that black is
poor.
is inferior and white is superior.
Yeah.
Period.
Black is associated with being poor. Or white is
Yeah,
associated
black
with
is-
being
Even if you look it up in the dictionary.
Black is
White is
associated.
good, pure,
Anything that's
wholesome. Black is nasty.
we have to take
grimy.
time. We have to take time.
Okay.
So like you have it to where it's if a black cat crosses your path, that's what?
Bad luck.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you get a black eye. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just always black is always associated with negativity when it's really just a color and a concept. Everybody on this planet is just really shades of brown, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of us got a lot of melanin in us, and some of us are, we lack melanin. That don't make you less or greater, but certain things, certain degrees of it come with certain advantages. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't have a lot of it, you got the advantage of living a wholesome life in the cold area of the planet.
I mean, look
If
at
you
Big
got a
Brother.
lot of it, you got the advantage of living in a
But
more
detail.
warmer climate.
That come with levels.
You look at Big
Levels of
Person.
this shit, detail.
There's definitely levels to it, but I'm trying to just speak to my audience
Right.
on like, a level to where they can understand, that there's only one race. It's just the human race. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't they like there's no such thing as mixed kids. Like a mix. That's like saying a mixed kid would be like a human and a monkey. Now that would be a mixed breed. That would be a mixed kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a fucking elephant and a fucking rhino. That's a mixed animal. You know what I mean? Like you can make different cats in the same species. You know what I mean? So like it's these concepts that they're put out there. Like that's why I hate fucking labels.
Yeah.
Because labels were created to divide us.
Yeah.
If I can say, hey, I'm from Texas or I'm from Louisiana, that's a division.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, instead of I'm
I'm a human
on this
from Earth.
planet. You know what
I
I mean?
think we gotta start the motherfucking tradition. I'm from Earth, nigga.
That's why they use color to denigrate us. Because
That's right.
other immigrants came over. I'm Italian. I'm German.
I'm better than black.
Slovakian, I'm whatever the fuck it is.
I'm better than black.
But not when they were creating this concept called America. When they were letting people in this motherfucker, when those Czechoslovakian or with all these different races came and they came here, they was at the front door of America. It was like, what are you? They was like, I'm this. They was like, no, you white or you black.
That's
They was like, no, I'm this. It's like,
you better
which
than
one?
black.
Listen, you want to be at the front of the line or the end of the line? Tell me what you want for your generation and your children.
Yeah.
And it was some real white folks or whatever they were that was like, no, like I said, I'm this. And they went to the back of the line and built their shit up. You know what I mean? You know, and then some people was like, wait, so my kids are gonna be okay? Shit, I'm white than a motherfucker. And
They're gonna be better than the blacks.
Well, until McCarthy came around, everybody used to fly their own country's flag. Like they came from Italy, they put the Italian flag in their window.
But everybody was always better than the
But
blacks.
that was back then.
Yeah.
Now you gotta choose.
Right.
Now everybody is better than the
Now
blacks.
now the white
It's
the white
2021.
supremacist system has allowed in everybody. Like, long as you are the fair complexion, you're in. If you look across the globe, you look at their news, it's always light-skinned people on the news. If you look in Puerto Rico or just any of this global news, it's always going to be the lighter version
Skin
of those
whitening
people.
is a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Billion.
Globally.
It's all about money. Listen though,
Billion.
but us as black people, we gotta reconnect with our people in Africa because Africa is doing something different. But every message that we get from Africa is some negative shit. Like you don't see
That's so
the good shit. You don't see that you could take $25,000 to Africa and live like a fucking millionaire. You could buy you a motherfucking $10,000 home, cash money, then and that motherfucker be a mini mansion. You know what I'm saying? And then you got another $15,000 to live with after you done built your own house. Now you can invest in shit in Africa. You can do all kind of shit in Africa. I've been looking into Africa, brother.
I heard
Nigeria.
Yeah.
That's why I really want to go.
When I go to Africa, I'm going to Nigeria. That's
I
That's
want to go to Nigeria.
all
That's
my
my
homies are
ancestry.
Nigerian.
That's my
All
ancestry.
That's your
Nigerian
ancestry?
Yeah.
are Nigerian.
See? But we got all kind of places in Africa that we
Shout
can
out
go,
to
bro.
OJ.
And our people are willing to take us. They want us to come. They want American Negroes to come because we're
About
educated.
time.
Because the education we got is way more advanced than the education they got.
Hold up, I got somebody in the audience that disagrees.
Okay.
Let me see.
Well, we always want the naysayers. We go.
Nah, man, we just two people.
And she's a real renowned.
Yeah.
I got African stamps on my passport, and they don't want us
Oh,
there
man.
because we're a disgrace.
Yeah,
Okay.
what part of Africa was that? Is that the
I went
whole
to
Africa?
Cape Cod. I went to Joburg.
Okay.
Spent 2 weeks there.
Did you go to Nigeria?
No,
All right, it might be a different story in
Thank
Nigeria.
I can't
These are
go.
different-
I can't
you
go to
understand,
Nigeria
they're
because
all-
I'm homosexual.
Yeah,
I cannot
they'll
go to
kill her.
Nigeria.
They will kill their couples.
Oh yeah.
They will
Say
kill her.
less.
They will kill her.
Say
couple.
less. Nah, there's no well to that.
I'm
It
just,
is what it is.
I'm just going to.
No, we in America.
Some people
Everybody
are
don't
stuck in
gotta deal with. Listen, hold on, bro. Now, I don't care what nobody's.
This is my first time hearing this.
Okay, I don't care what nobody's sexual preferences. Doesn't matter to me.
But we talking about Africa now.
No.
Africa ain't-
No.
Just
Let me.
because they just
Because I'm gonna make a
because they love
statement
differently.
that might be kind
But
of
they like apples
controversial.
and they don't like oranges.
Let me make a statement that might be kind of controversial, so I want to make sure that my statement is clear.
Look, Mike.
I don't care about no one sexual preference. Me, personally, here in America, But Africa, our mother country, our mother earth and soil, they say God made woman for man, man for woman.
Who said that?
They do over there.
No, in Africa.
But who are they?
I'm just saying. I don't know what their religion is. I'm not an African religion. I'm not in Nigeria. I don't know what, but I'm gonna go find out and say, what you mean by that?
Garuba.
But in America, you have the freedom of choice. You have the freedom of sexual preference.
Hold up, real quick. This is the Barber Cave podcast coming live to you. We just be flowing with the flow. I got my sister.
All right. Goddamn, this gotta be.
Hold up, Streetz, give me some space right now.
Okay, brother. Sorry about that.
So
Back
yeah,
up.
it is. So
Back
let me
up.
back up a little bit real quick. It's probably a little bit blurry. But like stepping onto the platform is like my best friend, my little sister, Ashley Watts. She's a chef, cook, coach, life coach, activist. And she just so happens to like oranges over apples. You know what I'm saying?
I like
You like ladies. You know what I mean? And so, and she just happened to be in the building right now. And so the conversation kind of went this way. And so if you're just now tuning in, keep, you know what I mean? Keep on listening. Behind them, I just want to give a quick shout out though. Behind the lens right now, my boy Dave, man, with Orange 5, man. We got Sandra in the building. I want to always give shout out and give love in the moment to the people that make this stuff possible. If you like what you're looking at, follow us, holler my man. You need photo shoots, any of that kind of stuff, video stuff. You're going to be seeing a lot of this work coming to fruition. He's just been sitting on the low, learning, and he's in here giving his all. And I just want to say I love you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the studio on us is masked up, but we still trying to be on our shit. Everybody's also been tested. I just want to put that out there real quick. It's the Barber Cave podcast, and here we go.
All right.
peace.
Peace. Ashley.
Here we go. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get with it. But now we was talking about Africa, the way that they see things and the way that we see things. So I'm here in America as a black man. I'm fighting for this struggle. So now tell me how you feel about your struggle in Africa.
Well, naturally, I don't want to die just for being who I am, so I just don't go. Their beliefs are their beliefs. I'm not here to knock anybody's beliefs. You know what I mean? I'm not the judger, so why am I going to judge anyone else? I'm a genuine person, and people should look at what kind of person, the person that I am, my personality. Who gives a fuck what I do in my bedroom?
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
What I do doesn't, what you eat don't make me shit and vice versa. So you should just let me live my life. And if I'm not saying necessarily you, but I'm just saying.
No. It's definitely, I'm not having this argument with you. I'm just saying I'm listening to you.
But it shouldn't. If people worry about their own fucking business, then we wouldn't have all this extra shit. But clearly, there's some insecurity somewhere if someone's feeling some type of way about what I do in my bedroom.
Now, let me tell you this. It's people that have different religions that have different views.
And
Right? In America, you could say, and I'm this, I'm that, I feel this inside, I do this, I do that. Okay. But now, when we go back to the motherland, when we talk about going back to the motherland, they don't see it like that. They see it like God put us here for this and that. And they look down on that and they shun that shit. And they said, because the shit that the true religion and the true motherfucking nature of our culture and who we are, we don't do that. We don't have to do that. Even though you feel like a man, yeah, you can feel like a man. You can do manly things. You can throw a spear. You can be a warrior. You can be all that. But you're still a woman. I just saying that that's how they feel. I'm an American. I don't care what you do. I'm worried about me. My family, my kids, my son gay, I'm going to support it. But if I was in Africa, I'd be like, nigga, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to cut your throat. You don't like gay shit. But our culture, our music, our motherfucking media, our TV is changing our young men and our young women to be gay. I see it like that.
what?
You see what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Like if you look at a commercial right now, If you look at a commercial, now I'm just gonna ask you this, right
Why
here.
can't it just be somebody loving somebody because they love somebody?
I don't
Weren't
know.
you talking about
I don't
labels?
know.
Homosexuality is not a learned behavior.
No. You know why you confused?
Wait.
Because I went from Africa
No.
back to America.
No, I know what you're saying.
I went from Africa back to America.
But you're speaking in the sense of you don't know how she would react if she was over in Africa and she had to protect herself.
And had to
And that-
deal with that.
That's what I'm saying. You didn't ask the right question. I knew where you were
Well,
going
help
with
me out, sister.
what he's trying to say is would you behave any different in Africa than you do here?
No.
Okay.
I would not go where I'm not accepted
Okay. Because you're not Google.
because I don't want to die.
Right.
Why?
And I think that's
Why not die for what you believe in?
That's what it is.
What?
I want to die for what I believe in.
Hell,
Because it's not my
I'm
time.
gonna die. I'm gonna die for what I believe in.
Not die for what you believe in.
Okay.
You live for what you believe in.
No, dog. Because people died before me.
I know. And like,
People died before
I
me,
know,
dog,
but
for what they believe
I
in.
get that, and we still in a lot of times we're still in the same place
Man.
we was.
I lost everything I ever had because I believe in what I believe in.
No doubt. We all have our
Bro, I die for this, nigga. If I'm gonna die for my niggas to be treated equal, I'm gonna die for my people to
Maybe
be
that's
treated
your
equal,
cause.
bro. I will die for this right now. I will die for you to be treated equal. However you feel, I don't care about that.
And I'm the
I
type
will
of
die
person,
for that.
I wouldn't even put you down in that position
No,
because I
but
can
you
fight
have
for
put me in
myself.
that position because now it's people that motherfucker don't believe in what you believe in, but I'ma die for you.
And that's their
I'ma
problem.
die for you.
I don't
No.
have any problems.
I'ma die for her
Okay.
because I believe in what you believe in.
I don't
You get
understand.
your own
Can
choice.
you break? I don't understand.
Baby.
I don't understand what you're saying.
All
Can you make
I'm
it
saying
plain?
is, I will die for your beliefs, even if your beliefs aren't their beliefs. But you have the right to have your own beliefs.
But I'm a chosen one. Nobody got to fight for me because I'm already won.
I gotta fight for you in
I
Africa.
already won.
I gotta fight for you in Africa.
Have you been to Africa?
No, ma'am, but I'm going. I just got a passport, and I'm going straight to Nigeria.
Well, when you go, we need to come back on this podcast and eventually visit Africa.
No,
So,
no,
I do want to
because
tell
I'm
you.
not homosexual though. So
No.
the same thing you get, I'm not gonna get.
So here's my thing. If
I'm
you
not gonna get that in Africa
Streetz,
because they have different beliefs over there.
if you, I guess here's my question. It's like they say people who live
Can
in
you
glass
turn
houses shouldn't
that
throw
camera?
stones.
Turn that camera on.
Can you turn that camera so we can get some good footage?
People who live in glass
There we
houses
go.
shouldn't
Me
throw
and you.
stones, right?
That's right.
So, what's the other rule? Take the beam out of your own eye.
Yeah.
Before you try to take the one out of your brother's eye.
Yeah.
I always took that to mean like you take care of what's in your sphere, what's in your circle first, and then you go and change the outside. And I think that's the problem that America has as a government is that they do not mind their own business. They don't take care of their home. Because we got homeless people here, we got joblessness here, but they over there fighting a war for
Okay, preach.
oil. You know what I'm saying? They worry about a space force and they worry about building a wall, but then how come we don't have health care? How come we don't have adequate health care? How come women are dying from
Baby,
abortions or
because
women
you are
dying from
liberal.
pregnancy?
You're a liberal. You are a liberal thinker. You are a liberal thinker. You got to think about the conservative thinker. You see what I'm saying?
I grew up around conservatives,
No,
and I think
no,
that's why
I'm not saying that
I
it's nothing wrong
stopped.
with the way you think.
Oh no, I know
I'm
that.
saying
I have to
it's how many people voted for Trump? Can you tell me
30
one more
seconds.
time?
30 seconds on your comment.
Moderator.
How many people voted for Trump? You told me
73
earlier.
million.
76 million.
Okay, it's a split government. It's a split country. This is America.
So how do you want to go to Africa?
Now, we as black activists, every one of us in here, I feel like is a black activist and speaking up for our people. Whether you're lesbian, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're heterosexual, or whatever you are, you're speaking up for your people. Now, when we get over to our motherland and we talk about other countries, it's a whole different conversation. But right here, we fighting for the same thing. We fighting for
We're
freedom.
fighting for the same. What do you got to
We
say?
fighting for freedom.
Your time is up. What do you got to say to that?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but I feel like it doesn't apply. People are always going to have their opinion.
You ain't fighting for freedom?
Hold up. complete floor.
I'm free. There's nothing that anyone can do that can stop my shine unless I allow them. I don't get caught up in people that have negative opinions about me. That's not my problem.
Heck, your time is up. What do you say to that, Streetz?
I am not saying that. That is not what Streetz is about. What I'm saying
You're
is,
sending mixed messages there.
hold on. If you pay taxes when you buy bubble gum and you buy milk and you buy Pampers and you buy motherfucking gas, your ass is a slave. Period.
He said
If
that
you
the
are
slaves-
black in America, it is 72 million people that disagree with you being black in America. We are split. So we have to figure out how to combine each other and come together as one. I don't care if you gay or not. It doesn't matter. You still a nigga.
Alright,
Define
Period.
free. Define free. What
Alright.
is your definition of free?
we have a question. Define free. And then once you define
I got handcuffs on
free
me.
is, I want you to respond to what he just said.
I want to
Okay.
know how it
Okay.
relates to
I will
that.
answer your question after she answers his question.
Okay.
The definition of free,
Your definition of free.
there is nothing that anyone can say or any category or any class that anybody can put me in that binds me. I'm above all classes. I am a god. Like, there's nothing that anybody can do to me. There's absolutely nothing. You can say, oh yeah, you're gay. I'll be that. But it's not gonna stop my day to day, how I'm living every day, the lives that I'm touching every day. There's nothing that anyone can say about me that's gonna hold any weight to what I'm doing.
Define
Mm-hmm.
your definition of free whenever and it relates to buying diapers, gas, and all that stuff. Like, what do you mean by being a slave if you're doing that
I want to
versus
get a
being
whole
free?
group of my gay friends.
Okay. Well, let me make this comment. Let me make this comment because I'm not anti-sexual or anything like that. But let me make
You
this
didn't say
comment.
you was.
So what you asked me,
No one ever said
to
that.
ask me,
But it keep
Uh-huh.
coming up.
what you asked me,
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say this. If you cannot feed your family on what God gave you, God gave us all this, the deers, the buffalo, the cows. If you cannot feed your family free, if you cannot house your family free, if you cannot motherfucking live a great life, whatever your life is in your mind, this is free to me. My bills paid, my gas paid, my lights paid, everything is paid because God put this here for everybody. And if I can't live like that, if my family is hungry, I'm a man. Let me get the spear, God. Let me go kill a deer. Let me feed my family for free. Oh, you own motherfucker Jones Brown's property. No, nigga, I killed this motherfucker on God's property. Like, if I can't do that, if I can't feed my family, if I can't provide for my family, without somebody telling me, you violated this law, or you violated that law, or you violated this law, or you violated that law, did you get a license? Did you have this? No, I'm not free. If I can't buy bubble gum, if I can't buy soda water, if I can't buy water,
Okay, time is up.
I'm not free without being taxed. That's
My
all
turn.
I'm
Is
saying.
that why you going back
turn.
to Africa then?
My turn.
I want to go back to Africa.
Okay.
You know why I'm going back to
Okay,
Africa?
listen.
Hold on. You know why I'm going back to Africa? Because my ancestors sacrificed their motherfucking life over here.
Listen.
And the only thing I can do
Yell
for
off
them
that.
is to go back to Africa and put my feet in the sand of African soil. And I said, I did my part, ancestors, that y'all was beat and mutilized. And we've been through all this bullshit in America. But my black ass got some money from America and went back to Africa and soaked my black ass feet in that soil. That's what I do.
Okay. Well, I heard what you said.
Sorry, brother.
No,
It's
you
sisters.
good, man. I know you long-winded, man. I'm not gonna compete with you, brother.
Thank you.
You know, we gonna cut that shit anyway.
Exactly. Hey, we already know.
No, I'm playing.
You know-
I'm fucking around. But
Nah,
listen,
that's my nigga.
no, I say that to say, what was I finna say?
Exactly.
I was finna say that at the end of the day, I think we're all one. You know what I mean? I tend to I understand what you're saying and understand what you're saying, but I also believe that everything is like a mindset. If you have the mindset of like this is a slave mentality, and so be it. But just because they say something is, doesn't mean you have to agree with that. Does not mean you have to tap into what the matrix say you are. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to subscribe to things, because that's, at the end of the day, that's all they are things. And you can tap into that concept. Everything's concepts. The slave, it's a concept. You know what I mean? It's a real fucking concept. However, it is a concept. You know what I mean? And like, you can subscribe to that shit, or you cannot. I always say, my tattoos say, ye are gods, children of the Most High. That means we have the ability to manifest whatever it is we want. You can live in a poverty state of mind, and that's what you will generate. And a lot of us are culturally conditioned to do that and don't know that we don't know. However, those that do know, those that are on code, we just keep moving and keep just trying to educate the masses, you know what I mean? Through our actions, through love, through giving, through what we create, you know what I'm saying? Because we are all here to create, you know what I mean? Everyone's here to give something. Because what Streetz is talking, there's a whole demographic of people that only gonna understand it the way he's fucking putting it out.
Right.
And that's the way we get them into the room. Because at the end of the day, we just want to get motherfuckers into the room. The way Ashley is speaking in, she's got a whole, platform or just group of individuals, like-minded souls that are like, hell yeah. At the end of the day, both of these souls just so happen to occupy a black body. In this lifetime. This one. And so we're dealing with what we are essentially we've been given. These are the cards.
Level.
We've been dealt, right? But it's like,
Of understanding.
you have to understand that you have the power to reshuffle that deck. You don't have to deal with the deck that's been played. And that's all based on how you respond or react to life. Life is going to hit you with this. And you can either react, which is not thinking about the shit and just going off of emotions, or you can take a moment to think about it, even if it's just for a split second, and that will give you the ability to respond to something, which is more of a thought out way of going about the situation. And with 100% proof, you will have a different outcome. We have to check our cultural conditioning. We have to check ourselves. You know what I mean? If you're at church, start listening. You know what I mean? Like, start seeing if 1 + 1 = 2. And if the situation you're in at church, that shit equals 2, and keep with that shit. But if it don't hesitate to question it. If someone doesn't like you questioning something, then there's an issue like that. There's an issue right there. I like to bring different people on this platform that have different mindsets, but ultimately have the same end game goal. Because too many of us black people, we have all been culturally conditioned to fucking divide and like not agree and you this and you that. But that's the trick, and we play into it. So white supremacy don't even have to do nothing, we're doing the work for ourselves. But on this platform, I like to expose those things. I like to generate conversation and dialogue that'll get different people that don't think the same to actually at least listen to one another. You know what I mean? And I don't have to be the one to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this platform is your platform. This platform is your platform. We are only here because you guys say, hey, you like what we're doing. It's positive. It's great. And this is part of our ultimate, not passion, but purpose in life, which is to guide everybody closer to their higher self. You know what I mean? And whatever form that is for you. We're not here to judge or choose. You only know which is for you. And so that's why I appreciate my sister Ashley just, popping on here freestyling, like not even anticipating doing all this
Amongst
shit.
the
But
king street.
she doesn't mind speaking truth to power, especially, and she doesn't speak much at all. And so when I gave her the head nod to come over here, it really surprised me that she came to it. But like I said, she's
Can I say something?
not when I'm done.
Yes, sir.
And so
I want to check.
you got to check. It's not a check-in, bro. It's a respect between brothers. You know what I'm saying?
I love you.
Because I know it.
That's why I have to ask like that.
No, stop it. You're already doing it.
Cut it out.
But anyway, thank you for coming on the show today, blessing us with your energy and your perspective. I appreciate Streetz coming on this show as always. But we have 10 more minutes to squeeze in for the end of this podcast because I definitely, from a chef to an owner of a new upcoming Boss Hogs barbecue right here in San Antonio, that's what we want to talk about next. And how we can come together on some shit because when is this thing opening up, Streetz?
All right, man.
We need a date, man. You've been
Man,
working
you
on
know
Boss
what-
Hogs
you know
for a
what, dog?
decade, man.
You know what?
I done seen
All
it
this energy and then this black love, this motherfucking black power, dog, from all different perspectives, dog, is motherfucking, it's making my blood boil. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Like,
good thing, right?
I love that. I love that. You know what?
So here's your soft opening.
Who's chefing and running that
On the tip.
operation?
On the tent. I'm gonna tell you who my soft opening on the tent because we're gonna be cooking on the night. And then on the tent, I want everybody to come in because all that shit gonna be for free.
Right. Soft opening.
You see what I'm saying? Soft opening for free for all my friends, everybody that I fuck with. But I want to say one thing, dog, and this is gonna be way off the balls. I
Okay.
respect her.
You have to, man.
I
This-
respect. Oh, only me and her know the kids we motherfucking influenced, dog.
we need to
And
go
the
there.
kids we came in contact with, a lot of them died.
Not even-
She know that.
Because people
I
don't
know
watch
that,
it.
nigga.
Hold
She
up.
know when she met me.
Hold up, listen.
Man,
Listen,
it was
listen.
something. It was something that God said.
Listen. That's the bridge to the gap. So the
That's
few
right.
people that don't know that are watching this probably think y'all are complete
Let me
strangers.
tell you.
But y'all actually have worked
Let
together
me tell you.
on some activist shit.
And that's
You know
why
what I
we
mean?
can speak
That's why I'm
honestly
gonna
with
spread
each
it.
other.
But you gotta let me break it down, Street.
Okay.
This is the detailed deal.
Do it.
Network.
Do
Here's
it.
the barbecue.
Do
You
it.
have to let me have it.
Have it.
He won't though. And you know what? I
I will.
accept that when he's here. I just
'Cause I love you,
I'm
nigga.
not gonna fight him no more.
I love you. I love you, dog, but I can only be me.
It's,
Don't
it's
not
a
let
losing
me
battle.
be me, nigga.
3 minutes into the 10 minutes. And you
Man,
no,
don't not let me be me. That's all I ask you.
Facts.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
But let me be me, Street. It's the
Streetz
detail.
podcast.
I'm
You goddamn right. When I'm in this motherfucker, nigga, we gonna get some understanding.
Hold up, real quick.
Because I got a lot of misinformation. And I want y'all to understand. I love y'all.
Yeah,
But we can have an honest dialogue
why not?
as black people.
Okay, but before we
But
transition,
we don't have to agree. That's all I have to say. We do not have to agree. Okay.
Don't get a picture when I went like this.
Did you take that? Take it again. We do not have to agree.
Before we segue to that, what you have to say, Sandra? Because I want to make sure I get everybody's perspective.
But I
No,
want
when
you
you were
to
talking
know.
about your children of God, I was just thinking about what you had commented, and you go to church and people wanna. I know a lot of church authorities. I know a lot of church authorities who don't like to be questioned.
Guys, listen to what's happening right now.
There's a lot of church authorities who don't like to be questioned, but the Bible expressly says test the spirits. It doesn't say to just take anything anybody's giving.
They don't preach that shit, Sandra.
No, they don't.
Why do you think that is?
I think
Control?
I think it's control, but here's the other part: is they count on a majority of people, not
Because
every
you might get
people.
kicked out of church if you question it.
They
They might start acting funny.
there are the majority of the people who question. Okay, I'm sorry. There are a majority of people who go to church do not read their Bible, right?
True. 99.9%.
I'm that 0.1%.
More people that don't go to church read the Bible than people that do go to church.
Yes, isn't that crazy?
That's, bro, I didn't start reading it until I left.
My a former Marine friend, a Marine friend of ours, he he read the Bible, and we were talking about the Bible and stuff, and he was talking, ripping back and forth with us. He didn't even go to church. He is a male hoe, and he's a self-professed atheist.
Exactly.
Every
Taxes.
atheist I bump into has read the Bible more than any Bible person that just quotes random scriptures to like fit the narrative, whatever they're trying to tell me.
But that's what they count on. Look at the people who Trump with the read the transcripts. None of them people read the
None of
transcripts.
them read it.
I don't even think he read the transcript.
You never did.
So but like the point I'm making is they count on us being too busy to go chase that dollar to not take the time to expand our knowledge. They're thinking about expanding their wealth and trying to
But Sandra, what they feel is we are capable of doing both.
both.
Can I
expand
say
our
one
dollar
thing?
Right.
and check your ass.
Right.
I know no one wants Street to say one thing,
Go ahead.
but every time these women, I'm
These
just gonna be
women-
honest.
That's not
These-
a good way to start a
No,
sentence
It's
off.
really not.
Let me say now. Let me be the controversial one. This is Street. This is not detail.
Come on,
This
say
is
it.
what I'm gonna say.
And it's
Say it.
respecting the barbecue.
Say
This is
it.
what I'm gonna say.
Say it.
Emma,
Say
Be
it.
respectful in the barbecue.
Speak.
That's all I say.
housing, welfare.
Speak.
Anytime that you take money that you know you did not earn hurts our children in the future.
Anytime you put your dick in something and walk away,
No.
hurt your child
Hold on.
and that black people.
We're not talking about them niggas. Because if
I'm
we're
just
talking
saying.
about deadbeat dads, I have nothing to say about them. If you're not taking care of your kids, if you're not taking care of your responsibility, I am not with you, nigga. Nigga, because I take care of my kids. Detail, you take care of your kids, you goddamn right, nigga. So we not talking about them broke ass, fake ass, motherfucking bum ass baby daddies.
When you
No,
started out
we
with-
talking about real
Let's stay on
black men.
We got 5 minutes left.
No, it wasn't even on black men. I was just giving you my opinion. I'm
Right, keep
saying,
finishing it.
if you cannot motherfucking goddamn do that, we are losing as a community. If you are expecting the white man to motherfucking provide you with housing or assistance, we don't need that. We can take care of our own family, our own kids, our own black men are strong enough to take care of our own community and build this motherfucker from the ground
That's
up.
a good statement, Street.
From the ground up.
Listen.
Even if it hurt us.
Street, I'm over here. I'm the host.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of which, did you get some laws changed in the city? Tell me about this town hall meeting.
Yes, sir.
We can close it down.
So, after the George Floyd, after I was telling you that we met the white dudes that we thought was white supremacists,
Right.
and they weren't. And we spoke with
So
them.
it's
We were down there at the Alamo, and we motherfucking protested, and we also blocked black businesses that we knew that were black businesses, and we didn't let them bust out windows and shit in front of the black businesses. You know what I'm saying? So I was down there in the meat, not talking shit, not motherfuckers saying this and that, Chad. No, nigga, I was down there. I was protecting black businesses. I said, nigga, you not gonna bust these windows. Uche and his wife.
Shout out to Uche.
We was in front of that shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
See what I'm saying? These are black businesses that we were in front of that we said you're not gonna bust these
They were
windows.
saying that shit too. They wasn't finna let
Exactly.
nothing.
They got news interviews on that shit.
No, they
And
don't.
we did not take no credit for it,
Shout out
but
to
we were the ones that was in front of that shit. And they said people were in front of our shit, not letting niggas break in our shit. So I'm not talking about shit.
the
No,
realest black
when you
brothers
talking
in the
about
city.
when you talk about black people, when you talk about our people, I'm not talking about gender. I'm not talking about sexual preference. Bro, if you black in America, you my people. You my people. Now, we can differentiate if you start separating us with your motherfucking shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I'm gonna die for you. I'm down here on the front lines, nigga.
But what
Power.
laws change? Ask you a specific
Now,
question.
the laws that changed now, we have a law that we changed. I did a town hall meeting.
Okay.
Right after George Floyd, right after all that shit, we had a town hall meeting every single week. We had the district attorneys, we had the police department, we had Chief McManus, we had the sheriff department. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody was in there. They had
Was Willie
representatives.
there?
And so we changed laws. You have to have your motherfucking camera on whenever you pull somebody over, and it's an
So
incident.
that's now a policy?
Now that's a policy.
What policy do you know? Do you know specifically what policy that
No, I'm telling you. This is what I'm telling you, detail
is?
right
Black
here
folks
tonight.
need to know this.
We have new laws implemented that we implemented with District 2, with Jada, and me, Jada, the mayor, and Chief McManus, and Javier Gutierrez for the sheriffs. We all sat in there in our town meetings that we put in the middle of the weedy courts, and it was just power. And we set up a town hall meeting, and we got laws implemented. And I gotta give shouts out dog to Pharaoh and my boys in they got their own nonprofit, they got their own thing. Pharaoh running for District 2 councilman. And
Oh shit, okay.
yeah,
I didn't know that. What
Yeah.
can you get him on here?
Pharaoh. And
So real quick though, because we're out of time. Real quick, tell us about this power nonprofit thing you talked about earlier.
we mentor kids. We're at the same spot, 1209 Pine Road, where we did the summer program. We got 12 different kids that we got because they don't have fathers or father figures in the community, and every single one of them have a mentor. We're mentoring our kids. We're feeding our community. We have a food distribution. We have a clothes distribution. We have a spot where we have bunk beds where kids that run away from the house, they can live in our community right there on 1206 High. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Come over there,
yes.
nigga, and tell us, I don't got nowhere to live, nigga. I'm a game banger. I'm East Terrace. I'm Weedy Courts. I'm this.
So y'all don't call the parents. Y'all don't try to reach out to nobody.
No. So since we've been
Y'all just
involving,
taking it around.
we've been involved with the motherfucking shout out to James Harden, the
Basketball
SAPD.
player?
James Harden, SAPD.
Oh,
And he
okay.
right there on the east side precinct, right there on motherfucking East Houston Street.
Okay,
You know, right up
I
by
think you can get him
the
on the podcast.
AT&T. Yes, I can get Harden on the podcast.
Okay, we need
And he's a police. And I don't fuck with police, but I fuck with Harden, dog, because he showed us something at the motherfucking town hall meeting.
Speaking
We
of-
had interaction.
So speaking of police, you was Willie at that situation, the town hall meetings?
Yes, sir.
He was there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right.
And so, Harden, they did a police interaction with the community at the town hall meeting, dog. District attorney, everybody, dog. I was the police. They said, put on this, put on this, put on this. Now, how would you want me to treat you as a citizen? Nigga, I was so motherfucking friendly. I was like, hey, sir, give me your license. We did a whole interaction. Give me your license, sir. Where you going? You speeding. They said they speeding. I said, okay, you speeding. Give me your license. Give me your registration. I'm going to go run your shit. I was a police officer. Harden them set up this demonstration. So, I run the nigga shit. I said, you good, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make the nigga good. Even if he wrong. You good, nigga. I said, this is how I want the police to treat us in the community. So when I come back to tell the nigga he good, the nigga pulled a gun out and shot me in the face. Bah. I was like, nigga, I'm gonna tell you good. I'm gonna let you go. Because this is how I want police to treat me. But he showed me something, bro.
You a
He
black
said,
police,
nigga, this is
though.
what I gotta deal with every day. I don't know if they're gonna shoot me in
That
the
shit
face.
don't happen to white cops though, unless it's by another white perpetrator.
Exactly.
Niggas ain't killing no
But-
police officers just straight like that.
But when the nigga did that to me,
That's a false reality.
it's a false reaction, and that's how they portray that shit. You see what I'm saying?
See,
That's how they
bullshit.
can change your mind. That's why I tell you, nigga, mind manipulation is the biggest motherfucking crime going on in America. They manipulate our mind
All through fear.
to tell you, I don't fuck with you. But I do fuck with you. I don't give a fuck who you fuck, nigga. I don't give a fuck. But your mind is saying, that's that nigga that don't like me being gay, don't like me being this. But I don't give a fuck. I'm saying we black.
Maybe you don't.
Let's
but
come
some
together.
people- Some
And
people
they
do.
keep us from coming together as a people.
Streets.
Because if our people come together, nigga, no matter what your gender is, no matter what the fuck it is.
Streets. Be a listener sometimes too. But you saying some deep shit, if you won't give me a chance to like ponder
Man,
on
get
some
it,
of those stuff
get
you're
it.
saying.
Because if we come together and we all build, dog. You, your wife, her, him, me, if we come together and have an understanding, we gonna fuck this shit up. Listen, we gonna have money.
Turn this mic off.
Dog, I can go on and on and on.
We see
Dog, because they don't want us to do this. They don't want us to do this, detail. And they don't want us to come together, nigga. They
Listen,
want
hold
us
up,
to keep
real quick.
apart.
Sponsor here by JT Print Code.
Ball barbecue.
JT Print Code. Come check us out. They print up the shirts direct to print, so it's all digital. Everything on point. 200 watts in the whole 9, man. JT Print Code. Check us out on Instagram. Let us know how you feel. Give us some feedback. We appreciate it. I want to thank my guests, Streetz, Ashley, the whole 9. What's the best podcast on the planet, though?
Detail Duty Podcast.
That's the network.
The Godcast.
Godcast. Godcast.
But we're in the barbecue, baby.
The barbecue.